Vaheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Vaheguru Ji Ki Fateh. Welcome to Interactive Sukhmani Sahib Ji session. We have so far completed 21 Ashpadis. Last session we completed 5 padas from 22nd Ashpadi. So before we continue, I'm going to recite a few shloks from all the previous Ashpadis we have done, and then we'll start our discussion. Satnam Shri Vaheguru Sahib Ji Adi Gure Namah Jugad Gure Namah Sat Gure Namah Shri Guru Dev Namah दीनहार प्रभ छोड़ के लागे आन सुआए नानक कहू न सीझई बिन नावै पथ जाए उस्तत कहे अनेक जन अंत न पारावार नानक रचना प्रभ रची बहुविध अनेक प्रकार सर्व कला भरपूर प्रभ बिरथा जाननहार जाके सिमरन उतरिए नानक तिस बलिहार सतपुरख जिन जानिया सतगुर तिसका नाम तिसकै संग सिख उद्धरै नानक हर गुण गाओ फिरत फिरत प्रभु आया परया थो सरणाए नानक की प्रभु बेनती अपनी भगति लाए So currently we finished the 21 Ashpadi and we started 22nd Ashpadi. The shlok for 27 Ashpadi starts with Ji Jant ke Thakura Ape Vartanhar Nanak Eko Pasraya Duja Keh Drishthar. So he's just re-emphasizing that there's that one God Master who is everywhere and who is the one who is doing everything. He's pervading everywhere. He says, oh Nanak, I don't see anybody else at all. Where is the other to be seen? And then there's all other, on the first 5 padas we completed, right? So there's all other details about what he is doing, what is he capable of doing, with little bit of hints on what he is not, right? That's been clearly covered in the previous Ashpadi. Let me just change one of my settings here. It's disturbing me. So we'll continue from, I think we finished 5 padas, so we'll continue from the next one. हलत पलत दुए लेहो सवार राम नाम अंतर उरतार पूरे गुर की पूरी दिखया जिस मन बसै तिस साच परीखया मन तन नाम जपो लिवलाए दुख दर्द मन ते पाओ जाए सच व्यापार करो व्यापारी दरगाह निभ है खेप तुम्हारी एका टेक रखो मन माहे नानक बहुर नावे जाहे. So there's more of that education to the human mind. It says, Halat palat due leho savar, Ram naam antar urtar. It says halat palat. that's in Gurbani, every lot of that spiritual grunts, it's used as this world and the next world, the world where we are, that world of that elements we can feel and we can see, and the world where we belong to. This is who am I, right? Really under the one who is eternal, who exists, that world that belongs to that other world, right? So it says halat pala due leo swar. Embellish, swar lo, decorate, embellish both this world and the next. Ram Nam Antar Urtar. That's Antar, Ram da Nam, that Nam of that one divine God. Antar, inside you. Ur, deep within you. Tar, enshrine it. Keep it. Tarlia. You know, it's fixed there. It says inside you, enshrine that name within, deep inside you. It's not, it's very easy to translate. It's not very difficult to understand this, right? Ram Nam Antar Urtar. Somebody one time was commenting, I don't get it. What does it really mean? Antar Urtar now. So, okay, I've listened to what you're saying. Apni Hirde vich tar lo, the heart, what does really mean? It's the, when you dwell inside, when you start to, in a state where you are more towards your inner self, what is it you can feel in that state? The deepest core of that state, at that level, have you contacted that Nam? Is there a touch of that Nam there? Is it a touch of even a right faith and belief? And most of the time it is there. You know, that's what the meditation purpose is. The initial thing is to touch that deep inside where jira manya hoya, right? Where somewhere in this pada or the next pada it says that, or that Nam is in there, right? Like it says ki that ansh jira Vaheguru, that it's in there, but that's the whole life purpose, to find that. Puri gur ki puri dikhya, jis man base tis sach prikhya. So in the whole Gurbani, there is very clearly written, without Satguru, without the teachings of a Satguru who is already a sarup of that divine, right? Without that enlightened being, without a perfect, pure gur kende hai na, perfect guru, without their teachings, puri dikhya, it's an emphasis. It's very difficult for human to grasp that or come into connection to what is being said, because it's through them that you understand, right? It says pure gur ki puri dikhya. Dikhya ki hundi hai odi teachings ki sikhaya, sikhya. It says perfect guru di teachings भी perfect ही हैं, they are perfect teachings. जिस मन बसे ते साच प्रिख्या, whoever, जिसने मन विच वो वस गईयां, वसदियां किवें है, समझ आ गईयां, you know, either logic लगा के वस गईयां कि पूरा हुन समझ आ गई, मान लिया, you know, or through experience वस गईयां, or it's you're born with that understanding. That also is there, you know. Everyone, that's why everyone has their own path. जिस मन बसे ते साच Parikhya, Parakhya, Sach, that truth which Gurbani keeps talking about, which is beyond that trigon, right? Sach, Sacha, right? Oh Sacha, oh Sach, where Sadhguruji is telling us that by attaching to that Sacha, not the filth, not the Maya, is where you can see what is the reality. जिसने वो साच परख लिया है, प्रिख्या, रियलाइज कर लिया है, समझ लिया है, जिस मन बसा तिस साच प्रिख्या. Whoever has that understanding, that the teachings from the Guru, understanding of that, they also have a realization of that Sach, of the truth. Mantan naam japaho liv laye, dukh darad mante pao jaye. Then he's telling us what can we do. Man tan naam japo liv laye. Through your mind, your body, Naam Japo. You have to do that. To chant also that Naam. Live lie. with the full focus, live lake, by attuning yourself, get attuned to it, right? That's like a practice. It's clearly a practice, and there are various ways of practicing. The practice can be, some Buddhists have given you a mantra, and then somebody is practicing that in some religion. Practice can be, Sadhgurus have given us Bani, and we are reading that Bani, and it's slowly impacting our state, right? It's saying do that, you must do that to karam, ko action vi karna hai. मन तन नाम जपो लिव लाए, दुख दर्द मन ते पाओ जाए. He says, and then, dukh darad, sorrow, pain, man te pao jaye. And that fear is in your mind, that also goes away, it departs. You accept everything, you understand why things are happening, and you also start aligning what you do to whatever has to happen. And then there's no place for dukh darad pao. There's no fear there, right? Sach vapar karo vapari, darghe nibhe khep tumhari. Says do that such vapar, sacha business karo, that sacha, as a trader you have come here, but you are in Gurbani it says you have come to this world to trade on this naam, so you can get that, you can realize that Vaheguru through that naam, right? Le jao, ਕਹਿੰਦੇ ਰਹਿ ਰਾਸ ਲੈ ਲੋ ਰਾਮ ਦੀ, that's your ਪੂੰਜੀ ਇਕੱਠੀ ਕਰ ਲੋ, ਉਹ ਉੱਥੇ ਕੰਮ ਆਏਗੀ. Such vapar karo vapari. Says deal in that true trade, O trader, dargah nibhe khep tumhari. That khep ਜਿਹੜੀ merchandise ਕੀਤੀ ਹੈ ਨਾ, ਉਹ ਲੇਖੇ ਲੱਗ ਜਾਏਗੀ, right? It will be of use in that dargah, in that presence of that, when you actually reach to that presence of the divine, that court of God, or whatever it is translated as, that's what is coming, that will be useful to you. Eka tek rakho man mahe, nanak bahar na aave chahe. Eka tek, of that one in your mind, keep the support of that one in your mind. Know that the whole previous Ashpadi and this Ashpadi was telling you that he is the one who can do everything. Keep that in your mind. Dolan te rakho Prabhu. It says, Tumhe chhad koi avar na thyau. Gurbani always keeps trying to tell you to focus all your hopes on that one. Right? Eka tek rakho man mahe, nanak bahur na aave chahe. And if you are able to do that, then that comings and goings will they'll completely go away. Bahur na aave jaye. Again, avan javna nahi hoega. Bahur, again, avan jana. That coming and going won't happen again. Yeah, there is I can't read the whole thing. There's a comment here. We saw the dukh darad antidote is eka tek. Would good behavior, this, I don't know, what is it, a spelling mistake, life be the key to end incarnation? It's a good question. The question is just having a good behavior be the key to end incarnation? It depends what good behavior, but in general, in all the Bani, it's just another karam. We said Trahagun, right? The good behavior in alignment with that Naam and that Vaheguru, and anything which is in alignment will anyway be good, however it's perceived based on the circumstances. But if it is in connection with the hukum, it is a good behavior. And then if that's what your definition of good behavior, then yes, that it is. But if it is so-called good behavior based on how the society has defined, it might not be. It might not take you to that. It might just adds on to your karmas, and then See, Guru Nanak has shown a path of this total emancipation. But if you look at some of the other religions, Guru Nanak says all that devtas and all, they keep going in reincarnations, and some of them, they will just be, right? I mean, that he's just saying go beyond that. According to that, oh, those are the great good karmas, good behaviors, but then it's still a karma cycle. He's asking you to go to above that karma cycle.
Leena ji, on the same comment that you just made, and what Kulvinder ji is asking, I think just doing all the good deeds will be limited, right? That may not be sufficient to getting acceptance to the Malik's home. जब तक नाम नहीं बंदा जपता रहा, नाम ही है ना जड़ा की काल तक लेके जाएगा. Otherwise, 33 crore devi devte हैगे on the other side, they all want to come back. खाली नाम लेने वास्ते, नाम जपने वास्ते. So the good deeds will take you to the point of getting the Malik the Naam with his rahmat. एक बार नाम मिल गया and वो जप के, then only one would be able to kind of go to the next stage. There's another group that we were discussing the same question last 2 days, 3 days. So just some comment from that.
Hanji, so the good deeds are always recommended. I think I was trying to answer that specific thing about reincarnation khatam hundi hai ki nahi ਉਹਦੇ ਨਾਲ. Good deeds are but then it comes to a level of what is good, right? Maybe something you are doing good might be somebody else's bad, but Japji Sahib everybody knows Japji Sahib, right? Vin gun kitte bhagat na hoye. If you don't do good deeds, agar wo gun tusi, it says Vaheguru is all gun. Je tusi o gun nahi acquire kitte, ta bhakti na samjho no.
Completely,
so
you're right.
Are always recommended, but there's a beyond that, right? Does it totally take you out of? But if you don't do that, if you're just doing good deeds and you are not connected, you're not doing your practice, you're not understanding. And sometimes a practice to certain enlightened people, the practice itself becomes good deed. But analyze what are you calling good deeds? But in any Hanji,
the deeds and the naam, they all merge into one anyway. But good deeds lead you to naam, and maybe not the other way around. So
yeah, it's a good starting thing. It's a
great
good
starting point.
Thing.
But see, there's no good deed that we know that alone will take you to come Malik's home. At least I don't know what.
Very, very good. Yeah, that's a very well said. There's no good deed alone which takes you to Malik home. That's it. So that's what has to be understood. But good deeds are necessary.
Yeah. They'll take you up to now. They'll take you up to now. Avtarji, I know you're trying to say something. Please help us.
On Dekho, before Guru Nanak came, all the Hindus, all the customs they were doing, religious customs, they were all good deeds. Throwing water to the sun, puja, part, nachna, gana, all that were good deeds. Religion says those are good deeds you must be doing. Naam japo, kirtan karo, vaya karo, wo karo. Yes, so the good deeds is a very relative thing. What is a good deed?
I don't know. I'm sorry.
All rituals are good deeds. But then Bani says rituals are not going to get you anywhere.
Exactly.
So the good deed is the one which comes with a good intention, or the awakened. Basically, like Professor Darshan Singh and other Mahapuri Jinane lecture, basically what they say, when a person is awakened, then whatever they do becomes a good deed, because when you are sleep walking and you're doing all the good deeds under sleepwalk, means not being aware of the ultimate reality of Ekankar or Sachkhand, then those basically what they do is enhance your ego. So being awakened and the good deeds coming from the awakened state, those deeds are always good, because they cannot be a bad deed when you are awakened and doing something, because you are aware of the reality. So it comes to that the awakening is the key. And doing deeds, Tote Wangar Japder or Naam, Tota is doing a good deed, Naam Jap raha hai, but he's not getting the mukti. तो फिर वापस सब शब्द दा विचार, awakening and getting to the essence of the Bani, and under that awakened state, whatever is being done, what that did with good intentions and with awakened, with the consciousness, those are good deeds.
So thank you, Ji. Hanji. So I think the main thing is the awareness is the key, and the difference between doing and being, right? Let you to see the self-avatar, right? That's the thing. Are you being in connection, being in hukum and doing things? So yeah, I think if we just get to the crux of the question, that does that lead, can that only doing certain things, like if religion tells you do this, this, and then you are saved from coming into birth and rebirth? No, that doesn't happen. You have to be aware what you are doing, right? And you have to know the path, what you have, right? You have to understand it. And then if you haven't understood what it means, but the other part is, Gurbani also says, so the reverse engineering well effect is also to us, also those who have understood, those who have awakened, who have realized, they don't find anything else to be, they find that doing kirtan and nam japna is the best deed to be done. What happens is, that's how whole yoga is made. Yoga is made by seeing those enlightened beings and see what they experience, and then try to use your body to see what they experience. So for reverse engineering, if you haven't awakened, you want to do the things which those enlightened beings do, so you can become that too. But still, then it has to be done being aware.
जपजी साहब विच ता किन्ना उन्होंने एग्जाम्पल दिते हैं कि जे ता मंगे सहसा गुना, कि जे दान भी करता है इस करके कि मैनू 10 गुना वापस मिल जाएगा, that becomes a sin. So that good deed which is done with the wrong intention is a sin.
Karma. And what is a sin? Sin is whatever sin word is, jado ਇਹਨਾਂ ਨੇ translate ਕੀਤੇ ਹੋਏ ਹੈ ਨਾ ਗੁਰਬਾਣੀ ਦੇ, all these people before, how whatever is called in Gurbani, I don't know, in Christianity sin might be different, but in Gurbani when they translate it, they actually mean anything which you do which adds to your karma cycle. That's what they translate as sin in all these translations. So you want to be out of that cycle. Do the thing so Jidanal more, it says you are with the Naam, right? You are awakening. Every moment you awaken with that, right?
That's why when you see all these evolved souls images from Buddha to all the Gurujis and everybody else, you don't see, they're all sitting in meditation state, Naam Jap Rahe, however that would be. Kyunki karam te kar chuke, maybe in many generations, who knows, a lifetime. So the ultimate state is that. The other question I had, one of the Babaji Bani said, Naam Japo Jaise, who's the guy whose son was repeating the Naam, just the Dhruv siga koi. So how was
do bachchiyan de naam hai na?
Unhone how was wo kis tarah naam jap rahe sige? Just a question to the Sangat ki je Babaji Bani keh rahe ki naam japo us tarike naal, us intention naal.
Yeah. Through Prahlad japya, jis tarah tu Prahlad ne japya, us tarah naam japo. That's very simple. He's just saying ki as a child mind,
okay,
appreciate. So jehda bachcha jadon japda hai na, ਉਹ ਪਿਆਰ ਨਾਲ ਜਪਦਾ ਹੈ, ਉਹਨੂੰ ਦੱਸਦਾ ਨਾ, ਮੰਨ ਕੇ ਪਿਆਰ ਨਾਲ ਮੰਨ ਲਿਆ, ਜਪ ਲਿਆ. ਬਟ ਜਦੋਂ ਕਿਸੇ ਨੂੰ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਲੈ ਕੇ ਆਂਦੇ ਹੋ ਨਾ, then there are so many questions which are not answered, right? You have to first, it's not that clear. It's not with that clarity that they can accept it and they can jap the naam. And that child, the way, if you tell a child, it's different, right? So that's what it says through Prahlad Japyo Ji jaise. And also it also says both of them, they had everything, they had abundance of everything, right? I mean, even later on in their life, they had abundance of everything, and that through, it says, it just had that position, that definite position. It got that thir jehdi unna ne avastha pali, right? Because of that. So that's what it means. It's try to be more simpler by giving those ਜਿਵੇਂ ਹੁਣ ਅਸੀਂ ਇਹੀ ਕਹਿ ਦਿੰਦੇ ਆ ਨਾ, ਹੁਣ ਜਿਵੇਂ ਬਾਰ-ਬਾਰ ਅਸੀਂ ਇਹ ਵੀ ਕਹਿ ਵੀ ਦਿੰਦੇ ਆ ਕਿ ਨਾਮ ਜਪਣਾ, ਫਿਰ ਅਸੀਂ ਇਹ ਵੀ ਕਹਿ ਦਿੰਦੇ ਆ ਕਿ ਉਹ no ਬਾਰ-ਬਾਰ ਨਾਮ ਜਪਣਾ, it's ego, this that, we don't even know. But that's a very good indication. Gurbani is saying through Prahlad Japyo Ji, ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੇ ਕੋਈ logic ਲਗਾ ਕੇ ਤਾਂ ਨਹੀਂ ਕੀਤਾ, they just did it. But the state when they were doing it, they was doing it with full acceptance, the childlike state.
Thank you. Helpful. Thank you.
We'll move on actually. तिस्ते दूर कहाँ को जाए, ऊपरै राखन हार त्याए, निर्भव जपै सगल पाओ मिटै, प्रभ कृपा ते प्राणी छुटै, जिस प्रभ राखै तिस नाहि दुख, नाम जपत मन होवत सुख, चिंता जाए मिटै अहंकार, तिस जन को कोई ना पहुँचन हार, तिस जन को कोई ना पहुँचन हार, सिर ऊपर ठाडा गुर सूरा, नानक ताके कारज पूरा। तिस्ते दूर कहा को जाए, उबरे राखन हार त्याए. He says, why are you going away from that? Tiste ubre rakhanhar tyai. That rakhanhar, protector, that protector God. If you tyaye, if you remember him, then you are ubar jana, right? You are emancipated, you are saved. Says, why are you going away from that? So that's very, very well connected with your previous question. Paulji, they keep trying to keep telling our mind, accept it, accept it, accept it, right? So it's trying to bring to us that state of through Prahlad too, that when we do the Naam Japna, we have accepted it. So bar daste rehne hain ki that Vaheguru, that one divine, has so many qualities, right? Again and again. Tiste dur kaha ko jaye, ubre rakhan har tyai. Keep telling us, he's the one who's protecting you. He's the one who's going to save you, right? Nirbhav japay, sagal pao mite, prab kirpa te prani chute. He says that sagal pao mite, sara pao, all fear goes away if you meditate on that one God who is nirpao, who is fearless. The fearless, the nirvair, nirpao, it's so difficult. Why can you be fearless? Why can you be nirpao? Why can you be a nirvair? How can that be even felt? So, when nirpao is so connected with knowing the hukum, what is a human fear of? The most fear is death. But when you know that death is an eternal reality, it's you, that you inside you doesn't go anywhere, then you are not having power of that. Then you look forward to it. Then you go beyond that veil which you have, right? That whole thick layer of what you are into, this human elements and this Taram Khand and everything, right? You become more eternal. Then you look forward to it. And then there are other things. Pao. The Gurbani always says, ikte hope rakho. But no, and it also always says ki sir se rijak sambhale thakur, right? Har ek nu patthar vich vi keede nu roti denda. But, roti denda hai. But, no, when you, when you know that death is an eternal reality, it's you that you inside you doesn't go anywhere, then you look forward to it. Then you go beyond that veil which you have, right? That whole thick layer of what you are into, right? You become more eternal. Then you look forward to it. And then there are other things. Pao. The Gurbani always says, ikte hope rakho. But no, and it also always says ki sir se rijak sambhale thakur And he says, what you leave yourself, the condition you leave yourself by not having faith on him will be always lower than if you have faith on them. You deserve a lot more in this materialistic world too. That's what Gurbani says too. It says, then where is the power? If you are in alignment with that one universe, that connected with that one universe, you're doing what that universe is wanting you to do, then where is the power even in this lok? And where is the power in the parlok? Because parlok will make you eternal, right? So, and same for other words come nirvair and all this. Nirpao japai sagal pao mita, you get aware of all of that facts, right? Prab kirpa te prani chute. That always is there. It's the Vahiguru's kirpa that this prani, this mortal, is released. Chute. More important here is chute. Kisto chutna hai? Have we awakened to this fact that kisse to chutna hai? So clearly it tells that we are into this, that trigun thing, we need to, right? Prani chutta is so much emphasis in the whole salvation, liberation, mukti, chutna, right? Or merging with Sadguru, right? Man kyun bairag kare, kharega Sadguru mera pura. That's like mukti nu main ki samjhiya, je Sadguru mil gaya ta Sadguru himself, if I merge into Sadguru, if my mind merge into Sadguru's mind, then what is left? What is mukti? That also is there. Jis prab rakhe tis nahi dukh, naam japat man hovat sukh. It is one who is protected by that God. Nahi dukh, does not suffer. Naam japat man hovat sukh. And how? By chanting the naam. That's how your mind becomes peaceful. Chinta jai mite ahankar, tis jan ko koi na pahunchen har. This is such a being who does that. All the worries, there's no chinta, no worry. They'll just live in the presence. There's no, this will happen, that will happen. Anyway, you cannot start observing anything beyond your mind, the chinta, unless the chinta is gone. Right? Chinta jai mite ahankar. And when that chinta is gone, also, when you can observe what is happening in reality, with that, the way Gurbani says, all pervading God and that one divine, then ego is anyway not left. Where's the place for ego when you find out what's actually going on? Ego, what is the ego as called, the translated ego, right? The ahankar, apne aap nu ki samajhna hai fir, right? Kis galte guman karna hai, nothing is mine. It's happening. Right? In certain dimensions, I can do certain things here and there forcefully, and then I get into that karma cycle. But in reality, says that's what the ego is, right? There's no me, no I amness there. Tis jan ko koi na pahunchanar, chinta jai mite. And then it says, tis jan ko koi na pahunchanar. It says, then nobody can reach. The lot of translations, the way they are done here is that none of that, once the ego goes away, the worries go away, then all those, that Trihaguni Maya things, which we say, the Maya's filth and all, then those things don't touch that person. They don't come near to that person. Okay? Sir upar thada gur sura, Nanak take karjpura. So sir upar, on your head, sthada, standing, gur sura, that powerful guru, Sadguru. It's needed. Sadguru is needed. Even when you are awakened to the reality of what's happening, then you just yearn for who is going to protect me. I have seen it. That's what it says, right? All that sadhus, and some of them, they just go jungle and all. After awakening, after finding out what is awakening, awakening is the knowing the reality, what is beyond what you think it is. It's not in your power. Then who is going to give you power? And that's where you look for Sadguru. It says that powerful, and it Sura Guru. Sura is very important. That's why Taram is important too, right? Evini Taram Banande, religion Taram. It is made for the human also. Human needs it. because by birth, there is no emancipation. There has to be somebody who's protecting you so that you can get emancipated, right? ਉਸ ਤੋਂ ਨਿਕਲਣਾ ਉਹ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਦੀ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਦੀ ਵਡਿਆਈ ਹੈ ਜਿਹੜੇ enlightened ਹੈ ਜਿਨ੍ਹਾਂ ਨੇ religion ਬਣਾਤਾ ਕਿ they are giving you a portal to ਉਸ ਤੋਂ ਨਿਕਲਣ ਵਾਸਤੇ, right? ਸਿਰ ਉੱਪਰ, and at the core of all religion it's the same thing, right? Sir upar thada gursura nanak take karajpura. It says when that Satguru's powerful hand, he's standing always over your head. It says then take karajpura. Then what is there, right? Then all the efforts. Don't worry about the efforts. All your efforts are fulfilled. When you're aligned yourself on that right path, then all efforts are already aligned to that path. And they will get fulfilled. They are not your efforts anymore, not that ego's effort anymore. They are efforts of this universe where you are. They are efforts of the Satguru. Right? So we'll go over this, then we'll open for discussion. Mat puri amrit chaki drishta darsan pekhat udhrat shrishta चरण कमल जाके अनूप सफल दर्शन सुंदर हर रूप तन सेवा सेवक परवान अंतर्जामी पुरख प्रधान जिस मन बसै सो होत निहाल ताके निकट न आवत काल अमर भय अमरा पद पाया साध संग नानक हर त्याया. This is mat puri amrit jaki drisht darsan pekat udrat shrisht. He's telling that mat puri, it's that wisdom is perfect, the glance of that Almighty. His glance is like an amrit. That's just the literal meanings, right? And we can discuss more into. So darsan pekhat udrat shrisht. By having a glimpse of him, this whole universe is saved. Charan kamal jaake anup safal darsan sundar har roop. His lotus feet, they are beautiful. Anup is beautiful. Safal darsan sundar har roop. This is having a vision of such a presence is always fruitful. Safal, sundar har roop. And that seeing that form, the existence of that divine is always beautiful. There's so much emphasis on beautiful and bliss and happiness and all of that, right, in here. So Jira, I think sometimes there is this question, right? There is always a bliss and happiness in that state. That divine, that Vaheguru we talk about is happiness and sukh. It's not suffering. It's not a separation. Separation and suffering, they go together. But uniting, merging with him, and all the bliss and happiness as this your inner mind, your soul experiencing, as this body has to experience too in this world of elements, right? It all has to be, it goes by, it's beautiful, it's blissful. It's keep re-emphasizing that, right? There's no confusion there. It says tan seva sevak parvan antarjami purak pradhan. It says those who are in their service, tan seva, their service itself is blessed, and they themselves, they are accepted. In one of the Ashparis, it was even saying that Sant Prasad, that whole pasara is for the glory of the saints. Right? It says in Pishli Ashpari, why even this whole world is made? What was before this whole thing was created? The Triguni Maya Jira Pura Kitta hai, before even before this was a state, and after it has happened, it is also for Sant Prasad, right? So Tan Seva Sevak Parvan, that Sevak of that Vaheguru is Parvan. Parvan is accepted, and they say, call it famous, I don't know that, but Parvan also in one who is in alignment, doing in acceptance in hukum, naturally is in alignment with everything else. And that's what it's called famous. Truly, there in one of the grunts, it's written, Jera, the fame, Parvan Hona by all of this universe is also a previous karam. Maybe you forget this. Somebody is known. कितनी बारी गुरबानी विच आंदा ना, they pragat ho gaye sansar vich. Pragat hona is because Vaheguru wants you to pragat you, because he wants others to feel, because this whole Vaheguru or nature or this whole world wants to pragat you, right?
Veena ji, question again. Veena ji, I have a question. His servant is famous. What does it literally mean? His famous. What does this mean? His servant is famous.
That's what I'm trying to describe, Hanji. So famous is not a very good translation. It says Sevak Parvan. The Sevak is accepted.
Yeah, that's right.
And it's not a wrong translation also. Kuch galat nahi kita, but I'm just trying to relate that acceptance by this universe, by this world, is similar to getting known to the world. That's what for example, it's a lot of, for somebody, like Gurbani says, pragat ho gaya, pragat sansar, sevak, sant, they become pragat in sansar. Why? Because there's an intent of this whole nature and this whole world, this whole forces to enlighten every human being, right? And then those who have, they try to make sure that they become known. Everybody gets access to them, right? So that's why these translations become like that. But Sevak Parvan means he's accepted by that universe, one, and because he's accepted, so he's known to others too. He becomes famous. Sevak di seva Parvan hogi. Parvan hogi, he has to be, and Parvan in a way also that he needs to be known to others. He becomes famous too. So Antarjami Purak Pradhan, then he says he is the Antarjami, he is the Purak Rakhanwala, Narak to Rakhanwala, that formal supreme being. He is the Pradhan. So did I answer that? Your question on the Sevak? We can move on.
Thank you very much. Yeah, I got the answer. Thank you for the answer.
Thank you, Ji. Says Jisman basai so hot nihal, take nikat na avat kal. Says jiste man which whoever has that divine connection inside, right? It says within whose mind he abides. But jiste man which vas gaya hai, so hot nihal, they are in that same blissful happiness as that Vaheguru, right? Take nikat na avat kal. Then, close to them, this kal doesn't come. Now, kal is a very, very important word here. Translations don't really explain it well. It's called death here, kal. So, kal is that, you can call it an energy which just sucks away, which is related to time. So, which is not letting you go beyond that time and experience that eternalness, and right. So, and that's death. Slowly says kal kha gaya, kaljug, sirut kal khada, But if you're blossomed like a kamal, kamal full khil gaya, then that has no effect. Says take nikat na avat kal, that death as a death of messenger of death, coming to you and toda lekha jokha karta and tonu heaven je hell with sutta. He says you go beyond that, you become eternal, right? You are not in that Kal also means that then you get into, if you are under the control of Kal, because you are under that control of karmas, then you are in the under the karma of cycle of rebirth, births, so many naraks, so many swargs. That's all that theory of some of the granths, right? Says that Kal doesn't come to them because they are connected to that, beyond all of that. That Amar bhay amra pad paya, sad sang nanak hatyaya. Says they become eternal. Amar is not immortal. Immortal, I don't know. So if immortals, it's not like one doesn't die as a body dies, but yes, you become eternal, and you get that status, right? That immortal, however it is translated. Padpaya, Amra Padpaya. Sad Sang Nanak Hatyaya, those who, in the company of holy saints, who have meditated on that one divine, because they've meditated in the Sat Sangat. First of all, they are in company of Sat Sangat. So that itself is a big blessing, that they are connected to that reality through the Sat Sangat. Then more knowledge comes, right? And then they, even they say Sant and all, right? They like to be in Sat Sangat and they like to meditate on Vaheguru, right? And says such beings, they become eternal. They don't come into the cycle of birth and deaths. They are beyond Kal, they are beyond karma, and that death as a messenger of death coming and taking your soul here and there and putting it to this hell, that hell, or that heaven or this heaven, right? So you're beyond that. So, and it also says Kal, right? It says ki, like Avtarji was saying, right? Their actions are not accounted anymore. Says those who are awakened, kinni wari Gurbani likha hai na, their actions are not accounted for. Nobody's accounting for what they are doing. Ye theek hai ki galat hai, itthe basket vich paya ya utthe bucket vich pata, hell vich jayega. They are not accounted for there. They are in that awakening, right? So that Kal goes away. Hanji, I see. I was reading a message from Kavinder Singh Ji. Hanji, I agree. I think most of the translations, there are things here and there. Hanji, I think we can go to the next one. Maybe we can take some more comments from Sangat on this 22nd Ashpadi.
Yeah, there are other couple of translations. I think they're not exactly correct. I did not, in the second line, Darshan Pekat Udrat Sresat, that it says the universe is saved. That's not the correct translation. It should say, beholding his vision, you rise above the mortal world, the Srishti. You rise above it. Udrat, Udhar. Udrat is Udhar. Udhar is rising above. Udhar ho gaya na, sansar to udhar ho gaya hoga. So a universe is not saved. You are saved because you rise above the mortal world or Srishti. That's probably more exact translation. And also on the previous page,
I'll go to that.
the chanting, and Japna is always translated many times as chanting. तुसी देखो in all over, actually Guru Nanak and has, said words against chanting, because chanting was going on at that time in Hindu religion, and always say उन्होंने किया भी है, मुखों हर हर सबको कहे बिरले हृदय समाया, नानक जिसके हृदय बसया मोख मुकुट तिन पाया. So this chanting, Vani is against chanting. So Japna is more like, is kind of natural being aware of the Naam, where there is no effort involved. That's the Sahaj. The Sahaj awakening or awareness of the Naam is Japna, the true Japna. where it's not a thappya na jaye kitta na hoye. So this japna is not a mechanical task which is being thappoed on you. Or that same thing is not mukho har har sabko kahe. He's against it. Mukho jada na, that's against it. So this japna translation chanting is exactly the opposite what Guru Nanak wants to say, or the Bani wants to say. कि आसा दी वार्स दा chanting दा किन्ना उन्होंने, you know, he's against chanting. कि देखो जेड़े छाने बजा रहे हैं, chanting कर रहे हैं, these are they're wasting their time, as said in, you know. So this japna ought to be translated more like a sahaj awareness all the time without mechanically uttering it. That should be the more exact translation.
Yeah, I think there is still a relation. Japa directly translating to chanting is definitely mislead people. That is true. But I think the way you're saying the Naam Japat is like, of course, Guru Nanak has prescribed ways. He has prescribed Kirtan in rags. He has prescribed Dhyan Lagana. He has prescribed Mantra Japna too. But this Japat does mean that you're vibrating with that Naam, right? And how you get to that state is how you start it, right? And then there are those who just try to teach, and then they have ways, and then people just get to one step and they never go to next step, right? But I think a lot of learned ones, even when they teach you how to get to that state of that Naam Japat, that actually every cell of your body is vibrating with that Naam, you have to first start saying it. But they always say that maybe say it first 3 months, after that get to that, so that you say it because you control your mind, you know, that thoughts get aligned. You use it, you use words, you use your body, right? But eventually you have to get to that state where that japna is the real japna also. And these are the ways and means. The means and is by saying, you have to use your tongue. Gurbani says, Jeva, lakhwar Jeva nal japanga. But when they talk about that Naam, that Gurbani, it is saying that you're aligning every cell of your body towards that, but you have to use something from this body too. Deh nu hi use karna hai na. So then that importance of tongue comes there. You know, so that everything is important, but directly just translating it to only chanting and leaving it there, that's what you're saying is not a right interpretation. Right.
I think of that the other way. It's you know, to Naam Japo as a starting point only. Jap ke with Malik Krish, you get to a state where you don't physically say it, but it automatically starts to kind of come inside you. Holi jada andro chalu ho janda hai. Oh, jada simran hai. Simmer sukh pao calculate tanma madal. So jab Baba ne bani chali chalu ki thi simran te unhone kya japan to nahi chalu ki thi. But along the path, japoge, te simran te pahunchoge. You know, it's like the mud. I don't know what, maybe
that is
too complex to say anything.
No, that is perfectly true. I think the only thing is what we were contemplating is Naam Japat Man Hovat Sukh. If you combine the whole line, and if you translate just by chanting Man Hovat Sukh, it just, if you do to the essence of the line, of course there are stages to how you get. It should say by vibrating on the Naam, your mind will become peaceful, instead of directly just saying by chanting you will receive all of that, right? But to get to that, you have to go through many things. You have to go through japna, you have to go through whichever way your body accepts, you know, your deh kodi char har phaya, right? You still have to experience, you still learn this mind, body, soul, that equation, that's what you are. So you have to solve it through that itself, whatever helps. But yeah, those translations are either you use many words or you pick one word, but mostly thoda mislead ho janda. And what happens is, from as the time goes, original intent sometimes completely gets lost, which is not Right? So, you know,
Yeah, Ataji translation can never be perfect. That's why जो बाबा जी ने पंजाबी च समझ दस्या समझाया उसी ਨੂੰ ही ਅਸੀਂ थोड़ा बहुत समझ जाइए even 1-2% भी काफी है because the depth is so deep and when you translate from one language to the other then it's a very
Yeah, the
very
language
big
is not perfect. The point is that कि ਜਦੋਂ ਆਪਾਂ ਸੁਣਦੇ ਹਾਂ ਬਾਣੀ ਜਾਂ somebody doing ਪ੍ਰਵਚਨ ਜਾਂ ਕਥਾ,
जी
they should point out to the essence, which is the meditating on the Naam. That's
ठीक है
the Bani is saying meditate on the Naam.
हम्म,
Parab, Japna, Simran, all these are stages on the way.
ठीक है
पर हुंदा की है when they जब translate उन्हें करते हैं या प्रवचन करते हैं, they do not point to the awareness to of the final stage.
जी
So the message that gets across कि तुसी जी बस जपना शुरू कर दो, and that's as if that is the end.
but the meditation to Naam no is very rarely anybody talks about even Gurdwara ਜਿਹੜੇ ਕਾਫੀ ਆਂਦੇ ਗਏ ਆ ਅਲੱਗ-ਅਲੱਗ ਕਥਾਕਾਰੇ very rarely they kind of get into the depth ਕਿ ਵੀ ਕਿਸ ਤਰ੍ਹਾਂ ਤੂੰ ਧਿਆਨ ਲਗਾਉਣਾ ਹੈ ਕਿਸ ਤਰ੍ਹਾਂ ਜਪਣਾ ਹੈ ਕਿਸ ਤਰ੍ਹਾਂ ਬੈਠਣਾ ਹੈ ਕਿਸ ਤਰ੍ਹਾਂ ਤੇਰੀ ਸੁਰਤੀ ਜਿੱਥੇ ਪਹੁੰਚਣੀ ਚਾਹੀਦੀ ਹੈ ਮਾਲੇ ਦੇ ਚਰਨਾਂ ਕਿਸ ਤਰ੍ਹਾਂ ਲਗਾਉਣੀ ਹੈ those are the essential very deep critical pieces but that's I think because it's applying for the masses chalo bhai chalu te ho na kite then holi you cannot move maybe you get there God willing
Yeah.
Hanji, I should at least share this. What happens is, like I said, and Gurbani says, "De kori chad har paya." It is certain things are very important, but you have to be aware when is your next step has to happen. When somebody tells, and you have never done any Gurbani, you have never read any Gurbani, you haven't done any Vaheguru Japna or anything, and you are in whole different world, means you're surrounded by a different aura, different energy levels. All of a sudden somebody tells you japo, 2-3 din jap liya, 1 mahine jap liya, it brings a little bit change because that energy itself has to bring change, and that's where, and then certain things start happening and then they stop happening because of course you didn't go to the next stage, they get stuck and it's like hunda nahi. So how can it happen? Because that's not the final extent of it, right? Equally energy level change ho gaya, you are out of that now, and all of a sudden when it changes, certain things happen, you observe, oh, did I get an intuition? Oh, what happened, right? You get very happy and then it stops happening. Why? Because you did not actually go to the next level of what next you have to do, right?
एक और एग्जांपल बड़ा अच्छा दिता सी किसी I listened to a lecture कि you start the journey and going on the road, ਤੁਸੀਂ मान लो दिल्ली जाना है तो on the road you are going, तो एक milestone आता है ना, दिल्ली 100 मील दूर है 100 miles, तो बंदा ओनू ही फड़ के ना on the milestone में बाकी जत्थी पाली के पहुंच गया दिल्ली में. So that's like that. नाम जपना is like that. ओ उन्होंने सुने कि नाम जपन नाल पहुंच गए, उन्होंने उन्हें फड़ के बह गए, and then you forgot ki where the destination is. And that's why it's very essential to understand that that first step is not the ultimate destination. It's like hugging the milestone, thinking that you have reached the destination.
I think it's just starting point. Once they start doing that, they realize agar unna di sangat achhi hoegi to dasange bhai aate hali tu kachi te chade aaya, maybe kachi teri admission hoyi hai, hali dili dur hai, laga raha, so laga raha jithe se lagna hai, te mali di raha mana jab bhi sangat milegi wo rang chadega, then you realize all the things that are not right within me itself that I need to change, modify, change, request for the help, request for the blessing from Malik. Babaji, I really have no idea. Anything, please hold our hands, all of us, and take us wherever it needs to be done. At the end of the day, it's only your grace, your mercy, your blessing. There's nothing in our hands that we can achieve getting there. That's my bottom line. That's the way, at least at this stage, jo Babaji das rahe hai.
Yeah, but in that spiritual part, that kachi admission is the most important thing. to happen in the whole life also.
Yeah.
Once you start observing, that's it. And what happens? Jerry, oh, kachi admission hagi hai na, it goes very fast. When you open to that knowledge, and you know that knowledge comes very fast too, and that's when you start to realize how is the blessing, you know. So
Ji,
wherever you hear that from, Hanji, I think we are 1 minute above. Maybe we can wrap up.
Right.
With everyone's permission.
Did
Okay.
you, Leena, you want to ask the other question to anybody? Sangat?
Hanji, about acha, 25th December, you said we
Yeah.
don't want to have session? Acha. Hanji, 25th, no, I just don't know my plans. I think most of the people, they plan for 25th. It's a holiday, right? So maybe we'll have to cancel, but we'll see at that time.
When we get there, we shall say, go Yalni.
Yeah, we'll see.
Yeah, but like we got to know upfront, are we going to
Hanji.
hold a session on the 25th?
Next week,
Oh.
I can tell you if I'll be there next week, actually.
Okay.
Take it, that's fine.
Yeah.
And then
Yeah.
everybody, if most of the folks are not there, we don't need to then, because I think next session, let's discuss
take a look
that,
at it.
right?
Plus also we got 2 more of the last padas, lot podium
Mm.
yeah. So think about, how you want to wish to continue the journey of life,
Mhm, mhm.
and this path, whatever that might be.
Hanji.
Thank you so
Okay.
much.
That's
Thank
super.
you. Vajra sir.
That's super.
Very good. Khalsa, very good.
Thank you, Leena ji. Thank you.
Thank you, Leena ji.
Thank you.